Hello, all, and welcome back to another Warlock Sanctum interviews. Today we have Ben, a paid GM. Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and we'll get to the interview.
Hi, yeah. So yes, I'm Ben, and as said, I'm a paid GM. But I guess I came to that through TTRPG streaming, and before that, just regular GMing and playing. I've been gaming for 30 more than years, and last 4 or 5, streaming really took off with a group of friends. The four Garblags of the Garpocalypse. And we've been running regular shows 3, 4 times a week. And then I sort of took the jump into paid GMing after going freelance last year. And that's where I find myself now.
Very cool. So you've been doing paid GMing for about a year now, then?
Only a couple of months on the paid GMing front. Bit of money from streaming here and there over the last couple of years. But paid GMing, I think, for about the last 3 months now.
All right. So when you run games, what do you would say your two biggest strengths are?
I guess for me, my biggest strength is flexibility more than anything else. I do love a plot twist, whether it comes from me or whether it comes from the players. I find that I'm very adaptable. I like to have a world built. I mean, they call me world builder for a reason. I tend to build a world and then see what happens with the story. I might have an overarching theme or some beats that I want to hit, but I want to let the players tell their part of the story as well. And I suppose the other side of it is the voices. I know lots of people struggle with character voices and voice acting stuff, but it's one of the things that I kind of take to quite naturally.
Any particular voice that's your favorite that you want to share?
Well, if I can do it without insulting anyone, I hope so. Um, I've always said I'm fluent in all known dialects of English. And everybody looks at me kind of askance when I say that, like, what the hell are you talking about? All known dialects of English. I once translated a conversation between two people. One was a guy from Glasgow and one was a guy from India. So the Glaswegian chat is talking like this, a really thick, heavy Glaswegian accent, really strong stuff, lots of very difficult words to understand for the other guy. And the Indian chap was talking very much like this. So his language was very precise and clipped. But because it was so precise and clipped, the Glaswegian gentleman did not understand a word of what he was saying. So I'm just sat between the two of these guys, translating them both speaking English to each other, which was great fun.
Very nice. Um, so what are your two favorite systems to use as a paid GM if you have the choice?
If I had the choice, my favorite system at the minute is probably the Year Zero engine from Free League. Absolutely love it to bits. Really good system, really simple, really intuitive, nice and easy to pick up. You can be up and running in the space of 10 to 15 minutes, ready to play a game. No degree in calculus needed, nothing super complex like that. And then for the other, I would guess it would be a toss up at the minute between City of Mist by Son of Oak Games and any of the Powered by the Apocalypse stuff, particularly Monster of the Week. Love that. And I'm looking forward to Apocalypse Keys when that finishes working its way through Kickstarter at the minute.
Oh, that's the one from Evil Hat. And
Yes.
just for
Yeah.
the audience, the Year Zero system is like Mutant Year Zero or Vason or Forbidden Ambition, not Forbidden Ambitions, Forbidden Lands.
Hidden Lands and, of course, Alien RPG and now Twilight 2000 and Blade Runner as well.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over the place. They got some really big IPs in the last couple of years.
It would seem it. It would seem it. Is this through Modifius or are they gone back to being independent?
They're fully independent now. They do a lot of stuff with Modifius as well. I'm working on a project using Modifius's SRD at the minute,
And that's the
which is
2D20
very
system,
cool.
right?
Yes, 2D20.
You don't have to, but do you want to share with people what you're working on? I
Well, it's
personally,
kind of supposed to be a bit of a secret, but
fair
I'm
enough.
I'm working on a Frostpunk setting. So
Oh,
taking elements from stuff like Snowpiercer and the Frostpunk computer game itself, mixing in a little bit of other sort of punk genres, some cyberpunk, some steampunk, and things like that. And I'm looking at a frozen Earth situation, and the adventure is going to be set in very much a survival based, location based adventure in that.
Very cool. I heard someone doing something similar with Mouser, but it'd be interesting seeing a 2D20 system. I think they could handle it really well. But getting
I
back to
had a
the,
lot of fun with the Dune system from them. Yeah,
I'm not familiar with that one. All right.
very well timed. The Modifius released Dune RPG a little before the film came out,
Mhm.
and we were very lucky in that we managed to jump on it really early on and run a series on YouTube and Twitch of House of Dargouche, where we built our own noble house and we did a game set in the time before the rise of the Atreides family on Arrakis, and had a great game there. We ran a sequel to it because it was so popular. So we did an all Fremen game, and I've got a part 3 coming up in the new year, hopefully.
Very cool. I'm going to steer us back to the interview away from design because I will ramble
Yeah,
about that
sure.
for hours. So we're in an age of online gaming. Do you use any virtual tabletops? If so, which ones and why that one?
Well, I'm a bit of a Luddite. I am not great with technology. I use Roll20 as my primary VTT. I've played in a couple of others. I've played in Foundry and it looks fantastic, but I can't wrap my head around the technical side of it so much. I know there's a lot of work at the back end for the GM and the DM. Roll20 was the first one I used and I kind of got used to it. So I stuck with that. I wouldn't mind having a look at some of the others that are out there, seeing what sort of functionality they've got.
All right. All right. So mostly Roll20. And for sound, do you just use Discord? Do you use Zoom? What is your go to? Or do you just use the Roll20 entirely?
For preferred audio and video, where I use it, I prefer to use a Zoom call. Since that popped up, I find it gives you a much crisper audio video quality than you get on Discord without having pumped loads of nitro into your server to sort of upgrade your bit rate.
Makes sense. All right, you said you did some Twitch stuff. Is there anything you want to plug, or what would be your favorite series to show people what your GM style is like?
Wow, that's a toughie. I guess I run at least one game a week. At the minute, I'm running City of Mist for an all neurodivergent, mostly queer crew of folks, and we're going through an adventure that I wrote set on a haunted boardwalk with a spooky carnival, and
Interesting.
that's a lot of fun right now. Um, I suppose my most popular game would be the Dune series that I ran on Garblag Games. You can find them on Twitch or on YouTube. Just a great little community with loads of stuff going on.
All right. With that, one big question I ask everyone. So you have a new group that you're not familiar with. They want to
Mm-hmm.
try something new that's an RPG. What system do you grab if you have to be ready for tonight? And what is the opening plot hook to pull them into the story?
Ooh, that's a tough one because there's a couple of things I could jump on there. I would say that if I had to get new players into a game really quickly, I would probably pick Monster of the Week by Evil Hat Games. The playbooks are really simple, really easy to get in touch with, really intuitive. It's a 2d6 system where you only have to add between -1 and 3 to your number, really easy to jump on. And I would start them off as sort of an X-Files style secret government agency outfit, or as high school students in a sort of Buffy modality. I've done both of those, and they're lots of fun, and they both work really well.
Very cool. With
I
that,
enjoyed once I did a mashup of Monster Hearts, not Monster Hearts, Monster of the Week and Glitter Hearts,
oh, okay.
where I
Well,
transported my Monster of the Week secret agent characters back to high school and played Glitter Hearts with them halfway through the session.
very cool. I was going to say Monster Hearts would be a very different thing with Monster of the Week.
Yes, very much so.
All right. Is there any future projects you have coming up or opening campaigns that you want to plug, or even old campaigns with some empty seats?
I've got quite a few things going on at the minute. I have a play-by-post Alien RPG Colonists game on the go. That's going quite well. It's been running for a couple of weeks. It's City of Mist sample weekend on Start Playing this weekend. So I've got a couple of City of Mist one-shots Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm running Curse of Strahd, except it's not Curse of Strahd. It's called After the Ancient, and it's set after Strahd has been killed by some heroes and looking at the world of Barovia in a post-Strahd context. And then next week, I'm starting up some new games. I have Cyberpunk Red, Alien Frontier War, Monster of the Week, and two D&D games starting next week, hopefully Valley of the Tieflings and Spelljammer, the Astromycologist's Handbook.
Very cool. And can all these games be found through your profile at Start Playing?
Yes, those are all going to be on my Start Playing profile. The Curse of Strahd game is currently full, but who knows? I may open up a second table, depending on how well the Valley of the Tieflings and the Astromycologist's game end up going.
Fair enough. All right. Well, it's been good to have you out, Ben. Thank you for coming out. Everyone else, look up Ben if any of this has been interesting to you. He seems to know quite a swath of games and is quite entertaining to have.
Yeah, I never got stuck in that whole one game for life model.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine. I would go
No.
crazy.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. And
Pleasure to be here.
all right. And we'll say bye to everyone and hope they have a good week.
Thank you very much.